life, and it is all 'cause of you, you. I am stronger than before. I'm not alone anymore, and it is all 'cause of love, 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 I am invincible now. I am unstoppable now, and it is all 'cause of you, you. I am stronger than before. I'm not alone anymore, and it is all 'cause of love, concentrate. Ever since I met you, nothing feels the same. Everything I do with you just feels right, 'cause you know that I can get you off my mind. I just wanna be here with you all the time. Nothing's new. You still make me feel the way you do. I'm your fool. Take a little bit of me, 'cause baby all I want is you. Nothing's new. Of you. Sometimes it's the only thing that gets me through.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Hope you're having a good night. I'm having a great day. Um, Spent a lot of time looking around the internet for clues and Easter eggs about the subject we're going to talk about tonight. So we will get to that in a bit. But when the Insta360 Sphere came out, the first one wasn't very good. And then the second one that came out, well, I guess the first one wasn't called the Sphere. I think the first one was called like the Aerial Edition. And it was the Insta360 1R, and it had a split lens system that you could put, and like a 3D printed mod you could put on your drone and fly one of the lenses above the drone and one of the lenses below the drone. And it was pretty cool, but my first flight was horrible, and I didn't use it since. But when the Sphere came out, the Sphere was a wonderful innovation, and I thought that surely that's where drones were headed. 360 camera on a drone, so you could capture everything, and not just be a gimmick. Because I feel like there's been drones out there that kind of was a gimmick. It was just a cool thing that you could do, like the Kodak. I think I remember the 3DS drone. Is that what, right? The 3DS drone. And then there was a mod that attached to it with the Kodak. Gosh, what was the name of that camera? I can't even remember. Almost like Pixar. It wasn't a Pixar, but there was Kodak made a 360 camera that was in two halves, and you could have a 180 camera, or you could put them on top of each other and turn it into a 360 drone. And I thought that was really cool, but you had to fly super slow. You couldn't really fly very well. You really couldn't see what you were doing until after. So you had to do everything line of sight, basically put your drone somewhere. The other thing that I've done on this channel is I've put a lot of 360 cameras on other drones. So we're going to see some footage of that tonight. But I really want to just go through. These are my favorite live streams to do. Whenever something's coming out, there's leaks about it, but nobody knows for real exactly what's happening. And so I like speculating. I like going through the internet with you guys and looking at different leaked photos. Some websites say that they know what's going to happen with this drone. But it's all speculation for the next 2 days. So we get to play around with the internet, and I'm super excited. We might even use some Chat GPT to enhance an image to see if we can see what this drone is going to look like. But first off, I also invited some people to come over from the Antigravity drone official community. But we'll see if that happens. I got some comments from there, so we're going to talk about some of the things that a couple of the guys over there said, which is pretty cool. And yeah, a couple of things that are happening in my personal life. I'm looking for a job. So I spent several days this week going through setting up my LinkedIn page and getting all that nice and tidy, and then doing my my resume, and took some headshots of myself in my stairwell. Did a bunch of things. But yeah, so the first thing I want to do Pretty sure you guys can see me and hear me. I see the microphone little levels going off, so we should be good there. I want to go through roll call and see who all's here. So first in the chat, Steven Drones. He wasn't slacking this week. He used to be first every week, and then a couple things happened. But he says, I'm first. I play some videos. Sean, play some videos from Club Foxhorn. There's some good ones on there. If we get done with the topic tonight, I'll definitely go check out some of the videos there and see if we can play some. Jim's in the house. What's up, Jim? Number 2. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. Who else we got here? Mr. Newman, Eat More Possum. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. Bob Casey is early. Usually he shows up at like the last 10 minutes of the chat, but he is here early tonight. It's good to see you, Bob. Hope you're having a good night. What else we got? That might be it. So Bob asked Brent if he's coming to Minefield. That was where I met him in person for the first time. It's pretty cool. Bob asked me if I'm going to Minefield. He says, I plan on being there mid-afternoon Friday, leave out late Sunday night. Oh, you're going to be there Friday? What's going on Friday? You just get there to get your hotel? I'm camping out in the field again, so this tracking is driving me crazy. We're going to stop tracking, see if that stopped. Okay, sweet. I'm going to go camping out there again this year, so I'm planning on just showing up Saturday morning. But if something's going on Friday night, I might camp out there a couple nights. The only problem is I don't have electricity, so I'll be running everything off of that battery. And I can only get one night on that battery running my CPAP and my fans. So I just burped on live stream. So I might just get up there, like charge everything Friday night and get there on Saturday. But yeah. Jim said, let's hit that like button. Appreciate it. Oh, Brent says, I hope I can make it to Minefield. Not yet sure if I can make it. You going? Oh, I'd love to see you again, Brent. It'd be a lot of fun. I have a big old drone to show you. But I might tell you guys what it is. I might surprise you guys with a video. CT Pirate is in the house. What is up? Hope you're having a good night. Gonzalo Martinez. Oh, man. I just saw this on the dashboard live. Join to see what it's all about. So I'm still here after 5 minutes. Hope you get a job soon. I'll still around to learn more about your channel. Sweet. I appreciate you coming over. I think this is the first time you've been in the chat. So welcome. I hope what I say does not waste your time. I'm not going. So if you haven't seen my channel and you want to know what my channel is about, I'm a nerdy creative, if that makes sense. So I'm a graphic designer. I like to make creative videos, and I've had this channel for 10 years, and it's mainly been about 360 cameras, drones, regular cameras, but I like to teach by example, not I don't like to listen to what people tell me to do. So I don't work well with like um, companies that are sending me products to tell me exactly what I'm supposed to like. I don't enjoy marketing. I don't enjoy lying. I'll just say that. I'm a Christian man, and I don't enjoy manipulation. I don't enjoy lying. So um, I don't work well with people sending me products and me saying a bunch of bull crap so that people will buy their product. I'm really good at telling you the truth and being honest about what I get. Um, I'm not a huge fan of like pre-production models, like I don't want my channel to be like, hey, this is what's coming out, and then it never actually comes out. Like, if that makes sense. So I like to get it like at Best Buy. I buy, I like to buy it off the shelf, and I like to take it out of the box, and I like to use it. Even though I do have a lot of videography skills, I try to show you guys what you guys will do with it. So I know there's all these different levels of people out there, but the majority of people that purchase a drone off of Best Buy's shelf, they're going to get it out and they're going to fly it. They're not going to go in and tweak and go into manual settings and change the ISO and the shutter speed and all that kind of stuff. So I like to teach people how to use things from a simple standpoint. And then if we want to go deeper, like there was an example where I took a Insta360 camera and I filmed the fireworks on the 4th of July. Well, that takes more skill than just hitting the record button. You need to, up the ISO, and shutter speed has to be a specific shutter speed and all that kind of stuff. So those videos get a little bit more technical, but for the most part, I will say this, like my first video with the Osmo 360, it was horrible because I did it, kind of at sunset, kind of a low light situation, and the camera does not perform very well on a low light situation. You see a lot of videos of their hype videos that are done on a beautiful blue sky, puffy cloud day, because that's the only situation that those cameras really perform well in. So anyway, that's a long story to say. It's a long, lot of words to say. This is what my channel is about. But hope you stick around, and I can teach you something, or you can just hang out with the guys. There's a lot of great people in this chat, and we kind of hang out every Tuesday night, and uplift each other and all that. All right. So Bob says, for the minefield, hotel and setup canopy and table plus file while there's no big crowd. Oh, that's a good idea. Huh. If I could figure out how to charge my power bank during the day, I would do that. Eat more possum. Surprise drone. Yes, I did buy a surprise drone. Something I've been looking at for a couple weeks. I might talk about it tonight. We'll see. What else we got? Gonzalo, thanks, Bob. See, you already got Gonzalo. You already got people. I hope I'm saying your name right, Gonzalo or Gonzalo. You already got people welcoming you to the chat. They're great. Who else we got? Is that all? It says we got 10 people in here. So Sean Foxhorn loves his cameras and his 360 cameras. Yep. And my drones. You didn't put drones in there. FTFO Media, welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Off Axis, Ayo, what's up? Hope you're having a good night. Uh-oh. So sometimes it like resets itself. So it went from 6:48 p.m. back to 5:46 p.m. I don't like it when it does that. So let's go here. Oh, I'm the reason you got 2 GoPros for VR. Yes, I've done several VR tests on my Dio channel with 2 of the same 360 cameras and 2 of the same GoPros. I've got 2 minis, which I'm planning on putting on a drone coming up. So pretty excited about that. But yes, that's probably how you found me. Um, so off axis, hello. Eat more possum. Yeah, I intended to get there Friday afternoon in my little RV and leave sometime Sunday afternoon, but we'll have to arrive late Friday and leave crack of dawn Saturday. You're going to leave Saturday or Sunday? Or, wait, Lambo. What's up, Lambo? Lurking? You see me? You rock and see me rocking? Not sure what those, but good to see you in the chat, man. Hope you're having a good night. Um, so Bob said I have places I can get it charged. So, um, yeah, if there's a power outlet somewhere, if I can pull power from somewhere, because I feel like there was a DJ. I feel like Boshat had like a music playing all day. If I can just, yeah, if I can charge it Saturday morning, then I should be good. And I could probably live one night without my CPAP, to be honest. The fans, though, I don't know. It might get pretty hot. Um, and 2 days without a shower, it's going to be hurting. I might just come out Saturday morning, to be honest. I only live 2 hours away, so I could get up. I get up real early and come over. Who else we got in the chat? Okay. Go. Okay. Go. Let's go end with an N. Then za. Sounds like sa. Sounds like salt. Saw. Saw. Low from local. Okay. So Gonzalo. Gonzalo. So the Z sounds like an S. Okay. Gonzalo. I'm going to forget that. So I apologize, but please don't be offended. I am 49 years old, and the fact that I'm as alert as I am is a good thing. But people call me Shane all the time, and I know how frustrating it is when people get your name wrong. So okay, so Brent said Sunday, so I'll probably do the same thing. I think last year I was on the road by like 9 or 10. I feel like last year somebody gave Bob an Avata, and we spent Sunday morning with him flying the Avata, and then Kelly and Chris came from Ready Set Drone, and we talked with them a little bit, and then I got on the road. That's what I feel like happened Sunday morning. Not much happened. Like most people were gone Saturday night. Alfaxa said, buy a power bank for your power bank. Yeah, I could just get another power bank. I might see if someone's got a cheap one. Actually, if I ran the fans off of one power bank and then ran the CPAP off another one, I feel like the CPAP draws some power. Maybe I'll get a travel CPAP. Do they have those, like a battery powered CPAP? That would solve all my problems. Okay, so Ken said that Food Line is providing electricity on his latest video. So is that electricity for the RVs? Is that like the camping site? If that's the case, if I can just pull like an extension cord, that would be awesome. Oh, Bob said I can take a shower in his hotel. Sweet. Okay, then I won't stink. I really appreciate that, Bob. That's another good idea. I could buy a solar panel for my. I've got a Blue Eddy. I think it's Blue Eddy. I always want to call it a Blue Yeti, but there's no Y in there, I don't think. But it's a Blue Eddy. It's a pretty big power bank. And it's got a place for solar panels. So maybe I'll look into solar panels this week. Oh, Jim, have I ever looked any more details about Deal's Gap? I have not, but I think it would be a great thing. My life's kind of been put on hold a little bit because I lost my job. So I've focused more on just trying to get my. I mean, I haven't looked for a job in 10 years. I had the last job. Well, probably even longer than that. The last job I was pretty much given by a previous boss that knew what my talents were. So I think the last time I looked for a job was 15 years ago. And the whole game has changed. LinkedIn wasn't really around 15 years ago. And I bought a printer and printed things out on nice paper. And now you don't even print your resume out anymore. You just send it to everybody. So I haven't been looking into that, so I apologize. But I think it'd be a great trip. Maybe even in the spring, it might be a good idea. Shane, it is. Actually, the other thing that's frustrating for me is everybody uses Siri to text people now, and like the way you spell my name is the right way, SHAWN, but there are so many times I get texts from people I know, friends of mine, and it's SEAN, and so yeah. You turn 49 next week. Well, happy birthday, man. All downhill. The only thing that's frustrating about 49 for me is waking up and like parts of my body just hurt. And I don't understand why, because I haven't done anything yet. So like I'll wake up and my ankle has like every step has a pain in it, or my knees will hurt, or I'll have some random like crick in my neck or something like that. That's what I don't like. Um, all right, Gonzalo. Wait, did I get that right? Gonzalo. I think that's how you say it. Gonzalo. Is thankful for all the warm welcome. So awesome. I think he's out. All right, sweet. I have talked about everything, or I've I've said hello to everybody that's here. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the anti-gravity drone. I want to quickly go through some pictures, and I want to show you. I've got some visual aids for the live stream from some of my other drones, just to kind of give you context of what we're looking at in the Easter egg photos. Well, they're Easter egg videos, so it might be a better idea just to go through the Easter egg videos, and then I'll pull up a photo, and then we can just kind of analyze the photo that I took. Or we can just pause the video. Let's just pause the video. So I'm going to go to Antigravity's YouTube page. Yep, and we're going to share this. I'll make sure YouTube is muted so I don't get sued. No, I won't get sued. I'll just lose all the 5 cents I get for live streaming. I'll get all that. I'll lose all that 5 cent revenue. This one. All right, we're going to come down here. Should I be here or should I be here? I'll be there because I'm looking that way, and it looks better on the live stream. So let's do. We're going to go back. We're going to go from 2 weeks ago, then 12 days ago, then 3 days ago. So I want to show you this. And it's an ad. Woo! Here's an ad. All right, let's skip it. All right, so this is the first teaser video that they put out. It's got blades just like a Mini. So we're going to pause it. And we're going to go here. Nope, here. Yep. Okay, so this is the first image, and these are all Easter eggs that I put in my thumbnail for the live stream. Yeah, so the first thing that we're going to look at here, we've got double folding blades, which we've seen on a lot of the Mavics. The Airs have this. The Minis have this. And there's a lot of rumors out saying that this is going to be a sub 249 gram drone. And what that means is you don't have to register it. We get to just play with it. So, woohoo! We love that. And if it takes good video, which I feel like it can. I feel like if you take like the Insta360 X5 and you put you put some blades on it and a GPS in it and stuck it up in the air, I think it would take good video. The biggest thing would be the vibrations and the dampening. But so yeah, the first Easter egg we have here, you can see right here. Can you see my mouse? Yeah. So you can tell that the drone kind of the body goes up and then back down. So the body is very similar to like the old DJI FPV, like the original DJI FPV, the potato. It's got kind of a roundish body. So that's kind of neat. It has this huge green LED in the back. I also there's another. Well, we'll show the next video. It goes from red to green when it's ready to go. But I want when we're looking at these pictures, I want you guys to notice all of the LEDs on these drones. I think there's interesting aspects to that. So that's that one. This is so the name of that video was the first of its kind. This is name of wrong button. This is Can Yours Fly? So it's got red, green, and then dust is flying out. So let's go back to where that was. So there's a green light here. You can see like a bevel here and a bevel here. This is where the cameras are. So there's a lens up here and there's a lens down here. You can see kind of the blades go here and the blades are over here. And it's blowing dust. So pretty cool. Next, we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to linger on this video for a while because it's Liberty Mutual. No, sorry. We have a commercial again since we're using YouTube. All right, so we're going to go really slow with this one. So the first thing I want to show you is these mountains, but they're not really mountains. They are kind of, it's a grip. Okay. And then this is a super close up. There is a turning knob right here. There's another thing over here. This is a red button right here that's got grooves on it. There's another like switch type thing here. So let's go a little bit further in. See how far we can go. This looks like a LED now that I see it. It looks like a clear plastic. This is definitely a joystick. This is definitely a wheel of some sort. And this is definitely a record button. And this is definitely a switch. All right. So let's see how far out we can get. Oh, that was about as far as we could get. So let's see if we can go back. Oh, yep. Let's stay there. So my first visual aid that I brought out here, and this is the motion controller that comes with the Avata 2. So I want to zoom in a little bit on me. And so on this, we've got a joystick right here. We've got a record button. We've got another kind of a mode button. Then we have a little rocker right here. And on this side, we have a trigger. The trigger can go up or down, so you can go backwards or forwards. And then all of the other controls for the drone uses motion. Okay? So I really think that this is the joystick. This is a record button. This is probably mode, and there's something going on here too. And this is the wheel. And now someone on Facebook in the group that I asked the question, who's excited about the anti-gravity drone, they mentioned that the wheel might be a way to look around. And I think that is a good possibility. The wheel just goes left and right. I think it's going to be hard to fly the drone if you're, I think it's going to be hard to fly the drone if you're looking in a different direction. So we'll see what that's all about. But I think that's pretty interesting. So Lambo said, sorry, we'll stay in context. Yeah, y'all hit kind of a squirrel trail for a minute. Would love me a motion to play with the Mini 3 Pro and goggles too, right? This anti-gravity looks intriguing. Yep, I agree. So I really think this drone's going to come with a motion controller. And this is, I saw this today, or no, I saw this yesterday. And this got me the most excited because there was rumors it was going to be FPV and there are other rumors that there wasn't. So this is 100% a set of goggles. Now, I don't know exactly what type of goggles it's going to be. And I don't understand why there's this huge ring right here. Now, this ring might be for visual line of sight. You know, a lot of the VR headsets have augmented reality. So it'd be really cool if you could fly it augmented to be able to see what you're doing. But this right here is definitely an antenna. There's little knobs on the bottom so that you can change your eyes. You can adjust the focus and everything like that. But there's definitely something going on with this ring, and I don't know what it is. There is, it could be possibly like a way to. I have no idea. Insta360 has, like, the camera that I'm looking at right now has a ring on it, and it tells you whether it's tracking or not. So I don't know if tracking has anything to do with it. But it might just look cool. It'd be cool if you could put like eyeballs on it or something like that. But I put my drone in, or I put my phone in focus mode, but it's not really working. All right, so we've gone through those. Next, I want to go through. We're going to kill that from the stream. I want to pull up just a photos folder of photos that I've grabbed. So let's see. Oh, and I'm getting the beach ball on the Mac. I'm doing too much, y'all. Okay, let's switch to that. All right. Oh, yep, this is the right folder. Sweet. All right. Oh, that's not it. Why didn't that happen? All right, let's do this then. All right, that works. All right, so dang it. That's not going to work, is it, y'all? All right, so let's just minimize this, minimize that. Make this as big as possible. Oh, that worked. All right, so we're just going to go. We're going to go with that. So this is What I believe is this one down here, the one on the right, I believe is the one that we're going to be getting. It's going to be revealed in 2 days. The one on the left says Insta360, and the one on the right says Antigravity. So I'm not sure which is which. I feel like the Insta360 drone is going to be more like the Hover Air or the Flip or the Neo. I feel like that's what this one is. But the one on the right is Antigravity, the one we're talking about. So let's see if that works out. Okay. So this is a guy with boba tea. Looks like he's on the beach because there's a dead crab there. Ooh, it's a nasty beach. But he has his laptop hooked up to his anti-gravity drone. So this is kind of what it looks like. This is kind of the size. Now, it's hard for me to believe that a drone this size is under 249 grams, but we'll see. The blades look pretty big to me, and the lenses look, I don't know, it just seems like a big drone to me. This is kind of a close-up of that LED that we saw that went from red to green. What we got going on here? Off Axis says, starting to sound more expensive than necessary. Oh, he says, I'm curious if the goggles will be only for their system or if they have an HDMI out. I'm assuming this is going to be a lot like the DJI Avata. So if you're like really like into FPV and doing your own thing and using your own radios and throwing it into beta FPV and all that kind of stuff, I don't think this is going to be that drone. I really think this is going to be for consumers that don't know what they're doing, that can fly a really cool camera on their vacation. That's what I feel like this is marketed towards. And I'm all for that. Because I've spent a lot of years jimmy rigging my 360 cameras on my drones, and I would love to just be able to fly a 360 camera and not have to deal with it. So this is like a big LED. This is a sensor, and this is a sensor. So obstacle avoidance on the front. And then this right here is the lens on top, and there's another one on the bottom. So this is kind of the prototype version. This is a really cool image. And I want to show you guys, this is the front of the drone. So this is a more polished version that has that LED that is kind of bent down now. Sensor, camera. This is a great picture of what the top of the drone looks like, what the camera looks like on top or bottom. These are, looks like the motors, like where the motors will be. I thought this was a lens at first, but I don't think so. It's pretty big. These also might be the lenses in the goggles themselves. So I take that back. This might be for in the goggles. These are knobs that are exactly the same as the little knobs on the bottom of your goggles for like the Avatas. These look like the antennas for the goggles. This is a motor. That's a pencil. So pretty excited that a pencil comes with, no, I'm just kidding. That's part of the image. And then this is for your visor that's on your goggles. So that's pretty awesome. So this is a leaked photo. I want to show you guys that unfortunately we have a battery that's attached to the goggles. So there's that. I really enjoy my my Apple Vision Pros in the ability that the battery is separate and it's not on my face, because the goggles my Apple Vision Pros don't heat up as much as my other goggles do. Especially, and I was flying today, and it was 100 degrees out, and as soon as I put my goggles on, like my eyes just start sweating. Um, so so there's that. But I think this is interesting. Like here's that vent that we saw. These are the antennas that we saw. I don't know if it's going to be a white drone. I think it might be kind of cool if it's all white. This might just be prototypes. But there's this big circle area, and I have a feeling that that's a. Um, I really feel like that is a camera, and it might have something to do with. This is that little LED that you kind of saw on the controller. The controller looks bigger than a motion controller from DJI, so. Um, so yeah, but to be honest, this is their first version. Hopefully, they've learned from all of the trial and error that DJI has done with the Avatas. Like the goggles were kind of a mess. I don't know how many versions of goggles they've come out with. There are a few a few FPV drones, but like 6 versions of the goggles. Like I remember I had like the original DJI FPV goggles, and then there was a version 2 that had, I even forget what you could do with them, what was so special about them, and then there was the Integra. Like then remote ID was a thing, and so in order for remote ID, you had to have your phone hanging off your face, and then they made the Integras so you didn't have to do the remote ID crap, and so hopefully they've learned from all that. Lambo, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. But there's the motion controller. There's a trigger. There's those buttons that we saw in the teaser. Now there's a weird watermark on here that Igor puts on all of his stuff. So that is affecting some of these images. But okay, so this is it. Now I'm not sure what all we have going on in here. These look like these might be the batteries that go with it. I have a feeling these are the batteries because they're black and they have a white button on them. So this is a good representation of what the battery looks like. And the battery goes right back there. It looks like there is an LED or something on top. So I don't know if that's going to be a beacon or what. The camera on the front looks kind of like a module, and the camera on the bottom looks like a module. They've got these huge prop guards on it. I don't think the 360 video is going to turn out good with those prop guards on it, but if you can put those prop guards on it and the 360 still works out, that's going to be interesting. Here's another image of the controller. And yeah, that image doesn't help. This was like this is not the drone. This is an AI. Yeah, this is not the anti-gravity drone. So I don't even know why I put that in. This is on their website though. And it says Insta360 plus anti-gravity. The future is up. So the camera, I really believe the camera system in here is engineered by Insta360. So I feel like the 360 video is going to be great. And it's not just, all the other things have been like attachments to drones that already exist. This is a drone built around 360 video. So super excited. It's the first one we've ever seen where everything is inclusive, as opposed to, you know, the SMO camera that plugged into a drone, or the sphere that attached to the outside of a drone. This is a 360 camera with propellers. Hopefully it's GPS hold. I saw a video from Mick over at 360 Rumors, and he said it will be very easy for beginners to fly. So something that he had talked about in his video is he's flown 360 cameras before, but using FPV drones. FPV drones take a little bit of skill, and this is like hobby FPV drones. They take skill because you have to, move the throttle up and down all the time. Whereas the Avata or something like that has horizontal hold, GPS hold, and then if you want to fly through bushes and through gaps and stuff like that, you can, which is the type of flyer that I am. I would much rather fly and get really good video as opposed. I'm not like the thrill seeker that does flips in the air and stuff like that, but I know there are a lot of people that are. Faxis is funny. Super weird they put that person on the picture. Yeah, I think that's weird too. All right. Let's go here. All right, here's another piece of the prototype. The antennas look like FPV antennas, look like the 04 antennas. So there's the battery going in and out. These are like early prototype versions, so it's not going to look crappy like this. But and that's the other drone that we're not going to talk about tonight. Yeah, and so this is, I think they just put this cover on it. I don't know why they put the cover on it. I've seen prototypes like that before. All right. So those are all the pictures that I wanted to show you. So now I want to talk about the benefits of 360 in the air. So yeah, we're going to go here. I have some videos pulled up. We were talking about Minefield earlier. And so I want to show you guys, this is a video that I took last year at Minefield. And this, oh no, this is 2020. Oh, I guess this was a year ago. I took it with my Insta360 SMO, which was, it's a kind of like a GoPro Bones, but it's a 360 version, and I have it on my DJI Avata. So let's go ahead and share this. And I'm going to go ahead and play audio. Well, I'm not going to play audio. I'm going to talk through this. Let's go here. So this is a video that I took of Minefield, me flying through Minefield. It's kind of poor quality. It's probably not poor. It's probably just as good a quality as you're seeing on the live stream. But this is me flying my SMO camera. And what's cool about this is I can look around, but I decided to turn this into a VR 180. So you can kind of look around in this video, but this was taken with a 360 camera on the DJI Avata, and I'm hoping I can do videos like this with just an FPV drone. And so that's what I'm super excited about, the Antigravity drone. What's really neat about, so with 360 cameras, you don't need a gimbal because they have, it's basically a ball. And the way I like to describe it is, if you guys ever and it's a lot like in an airplane, but a lot of people haven't seen the cockpit of an airplane. But there's this, I'm pretty sure it's an altimeter, but when I was a kid, they used to have, my dad had this compass that he had attached to his windshield in his car, and it was like this ball, and the ball would float around in this other ball, and it would show it would always have horizon, and it would like move around. It would kind of stay where it's supposed to be, and then as you moved your car around, it would kind of move around. That's the best way to describe what this is. So you're filming the entire sphere, everything that's going on, and then because it knows where the horizon is, it just puts the video in that horizon spot all the time. All right. So what's cool about this video, and I didn't do it in the one that I'm showing you right now. What's cool about this video is I can pause the video and look around at any time when it's like in the 360 version of this. So I can be in the middle of all of these towers and, you know, like right here. Well, a better example is when I'm down low, but I could pause the video here. Let's see if we can do it. Give you kind of an example. So I can pause the video and I didn't do it 360, but I can look over here. I can look over here. I can look up. I can look down, and I can look at all these different places, and then I can continue to do the video. When I'm actually watching it in VR, I can look all around. And a lot of times the motion of the video kind of makes you sick to watch it in VR. But yeah, this was such a fun flight. So yeah, I don't know if I have much more to talk about this video. What time is it? 7:30. Yeah, let's go to a different video. So this next video is a this video is the same camera on the same drone, but this is me flying around my backyard with and this is like a planet video. So this is kind of a fun thing that you can do. Now you probably won't be able to do this with the anti-gravity drone, because the anti-gravity drone, you won't get to, hopefully the drone will be invisible. But this is, I was making a video, so I'm going to move on to the flight. But this was a really fun video to make because I could see my backyard from different perspectives. And commercial. Hey, I'm making half a penny. All right, let's do it. What I like, so off axis, what I really like about 360 video is being able to look around. I like looking around in VR, but I also like making videos like this that aren't the traditional, like you can only watch so many FPV videos until they kind of get kind of stagnant. But I'm excited to look at things from a different perspective, especially when you're flying like over a creek or through a tunnel or under a bridge or something like that. It's kind of cool. Like some people know how to like do crazy things like with their sticks, so they can they can go through a bridge and like do like a 360 pan. And I don't know how to do that stuff, but I can do it with video if I can point my camera in different places. So that's what I've done with the Avata. And then I wanted to show you guys this flight. So this flight to me is more like what it will be like. This is with the Insta360 Sphere. So this is basically, I think, the Insta360 X3 on the DJI Air 3S. But from here, what I did with the Air 3S is I created a flight plan, and it allowed it to fly really, really slow. Actually, this wasn't a flight plan. This was with DroneLink, but it was a mission where I had the drone just kind of fly around the park, really, really slow. So when you don't get super sick. But I think this is pretty neat. So this is probably what the video will look like, but it'll be like FPV. Like you'll be able to like look around. And one thing that you can do is I can record a video pointing in this direction, and I can make another video pointing in this direction, make another video pointing down. I don't know what just happened. That's my next endeavor, RC. But you can have a video pointing straight down, zoom out. You can get all of these perspectives from the exact same camera and the exact same flight, which I also think is pretty awesome. Oh, Russell's in the house. What's up, Russell? Yeah, Russell, I don't think this is a professional video. I don't think it's a professional photography or videography tool. I'm super excited about it, though. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So, yeah. So I think that's all I want to talk about with the anti-gravity drone that's coming out. So yeah. Next thing I want to talk about, or Steve said there's some pretty cool videos on Club Foxhorn. If you're not a member of Club Foxhorn, it is facebook.com/groups. Actually, I'll put it in the link. I'm going to put this in the chat. If you guys want to join Club Foxhorn, it's kind of where we share our videos. So I'm going to play this video from, let's start here. Here's a video from Steven Drones, Turkeys on the Rock. He's got a trail cam on the rocks in his backyard, and he puts food out there. Turkeys everywhere. He's got a whole... What is a group of turkeys? Is it a flock? Oh, those turkeys are fighting. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. It's a cool video, Steve. It's a change from the skunks and the squirrels and the cats. Here's another one from Stephen Drones. This is a Uline warehouse build, Plainville, Connecticut. This is with the unique Typhoon H Plus. So Russell, this is the kind of video you like to do, where you can point, you can zoom, you can take good photos. So Bob, you're showing up at noon on Friday? I might show up at noon on Friday. That sounds like fun. Show you on my big old drone. I don't know if I'm gonna. I'll probably bring the drone because it's a good opportunity to take it out and show it off. But man, it's going to take up half my car. Yeah, Steve, this place is huge. And all those windows. I'm trying to get perspective. So those look like human doors down there, like stairwells that go up to human doors, and then a bunch of places where semi trucks pull up to. That's crazy. Look at that retaining wall. Now, is this the place you sent us a video of a long time ago, and you got kind of kicked off the property or something like that? I like it. Let's see what else we got. This is from Lance Cadana. Sedana. It's a 360 sphere. So this is kind of what we were talking about. This is his kind of hyperlapse video he did with it. Cool little lighthouse. Little speed ramping. That was a cool shot. There's Lance right there. What's up, Lance? I always like it when you can see the pilot in the video. All right, there's one more in here. This is from Jackie. Her videos are always great. She's in a whole nother country, so we always get like really cool, like ancient ruins This is Drone Seekers International. I've been on their live stream a couple times. Great people. And one of the guys, he's been to the South Florida Drone Meetup a couple years in a row. How long is this video? 3 minutes. There's a Mini. See a couple of Vadas. Oh, that's a cool place to fly. Really cool place. Look at the colors on that rock. They like to chase each other too. They're always kind of fun videos. All right, Bob, have a good night. I'm about to shut her down too. This will be the last video, and then we'll call it a night. Oh wait, no, I have one more video to play you guys. Actually, I crashed my drone today, and I'm going to show you guys. Wah wah. There he goes, turtle mode. Check it out. He knows how to get back up. All right. Yeah, I want to show you guys a video that I made today. We're down to 3 people. So, yeah, probably don't even care. We're going to show it anyway. This is my stream. If it works, why isn't it working? There we go. What's up, y'all? Sean here. So today we've got a pretty interesting video for you guys today. There's a cicada in the background that's driving me nuts, but we're going to get through this. This video is not going to be super technical. It's not going to be, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the video quality. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video and I'm going to export it straight from DJI Studio, and we're going to upload it to YouTube and DOVR. If you have the opportunity to see it in DOVR, I would go watch it there because the quality is going to be a lot better than it is going to be on YouTube. But what we're going to do today is we're going to take the Osmo 360, and I've got it on my modified DJI Avata that has stronger motors that can handle a bigger camera. We're going to fly just kind of around my backyard very quickly just to see what this is like on the Avata. It's kind of a test, but I wanted to get a 360 drone up in the air because we're going to be talking about it on the live stream tonight, and the Antigravity 360 drone partnered with Insta360 is going to be revealed in a couple days. I don't know if we're going to be able to get our hands on it immediately, but it's going to be revealed in a couple days. So yeah. We're recording this in 8K at 50 frames per second. So the video should be pretty good. When I've done things like this in the past, usually the atmosphere that I'm flying in is not the best quality, but the drone is really good quality. So I don't know if these cameras focus closely and have a hard time focusing in the distance, but I'm gonna first do kind of a little hover test to see if the drone over grass, so if the drone is going to wobble or if it's unbalanced. It's kind of unbalanced right now a little bit, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's do it, y'all. All right, that was it, y'all. That was the first test. Got our first scratches. I'm hoping that's not a scratch on the lens already. I feel like we're pretty good though. Took out some berries. All right. So that was unsuccessful. I probably shouldn't have flown it as long as I did because there was There was a remote control stick error. So right off the bat, I shouldn't have flown it. But yeah, that was the first test. The next drone I put this on is going to be a very large, capable drone. Um, so yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications when I do stupid things with my drones. But ultimately, the Osmo 360 drones, action cameras, regular cameras, all the good stuff. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Peace out. All right, y'all. So that was it. Yeah, yeah. There's only 4 people in here, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. So as you guys know, I've had the Inspire 1. I sold that. I got the Inspire 2. And then I really wanted to get into VR. So the easiest way to get money quickly, excuse me, was to sell the Inspire 2. So I sold the Inspire 2. And the reason I had the Inspire 2 was so that I could fly. What I loved about the Inspire 2 is it had an FPV camera on the front, so I could take all of the camera payloads off, a lot like you can, Steve, with the Unique Typhoons. You know how you can take the camera off. So I could take a lot of weight off of the drone, and I could put other cameras on there, and I wouldn't have to worry about, like some of my Mavics, like putting, an extra a pound of glass on, or I don't know how much these cameras weigh, but putting extra weight on a lot of those small foldable drones is not always the best idea. But you get a bigger drone like a hexacopter like Steve's got, or an Inspire, something like that. It's meant to hold a lot of weight. And so I've been looking at matrices, and they're meant for like search and rescue, and they can carry like medical kits and water bottles, and a food, like some Lunchables, and take them to someone that's stuck in the woods, and drop things, food to them, or med kits or whatever, for like search and rescue. And so there's a guy, it's been on Facebook for a month, and I was like, man, I'd really like to have that. Yeah, woke up one day and had enough money saved up, and just decided to pull the trigger on it. So I have a Matrice 210 by DJI. It is so it's a 200 series, but it's the one that has the ability to, I can have two gimbals on the front at the same time. I only have one gimbal is all I have on the drone. So it's literally just like a really big version of just, it's just got one camera on it. It's got the X5S. So it's basically the exact same technology as my Inspire 2, just in a different package. But what I'm able to do with this drone is there is a gimbal on top. So I can have the Micro Four Thirds X5 sit on top if I want to. I have to purchase like a $300 attachment to make that happen. And there's also a dual camera on the bottom. So I could run a RGB camera and a thermal camera at the same time. So the thought process here was, and I got it way cheap. I got it. So the package that I have was probably $12,000 brand new. And I got it for around $2,500. So I have the XF, and I started pricing it out. I got 6 batteries. So I got 3 sets of batteries, and they're the extended batteries. And I looked those up on Amazon, and they're $50 a pop. So there's $300 right there. The camera, one camera is $500. The other camera is $800. So right off the bat, before you even look at the drone itself, like just the extras that I got with it, I got the case is worth $500. It's got a GPC case. I don't know. It's an acronym. It starts with a G. So it's like an upgraded case. Then I got a charging. It's like a Pelican case with like a charger. It's almost like a power supply for a PC that charges all of the charges four batteries at the same time plus a controller. It also has the Sendence controller, which is like $1,000 controller. It's got an $800 Crystal Sky, like the big one. So anyway, it was a great deal. It doesn't shoot great video. I have all of my small foldable drones take way better video than this one does. There's, you can see kind of like jello in the gimbal, but it also has a Z30, which is a zoom camera that can zoom in 30 times. It's an optical zoom of 30 times. The video is not great on it, but I'm going to do a video of, I'm going to take it up in the air and I'm going to point it at the water tower. And we're going to see how detailed we can look at the water tower. And so one of my ideas is, I don't have a job right now. It's a great opportunity for me to get my Part 107, and I could probably do some freelance inspections with my Enterprise drone, and make a little side cash. And maybe that's how we fund the channel, is doing some inspections. I think it'd be really easy to do roof inspections, especially like my neighborhood. Like I could do all kinds of inspections on roofs. Just get with a roofer and go do drone inspections. I feel like I can do that with like a normal drone, but to be able to zoom in and like take pictures of like detailed pictures of people's roofs or buildings. If I get the thermal, there's a lot of implications I could do with thermal. So anyway, there's a lot of thought, or a lot of things I could do with the drone. And if I don't like it in a year, I can get 2,500 back out of it if I need to. But it's huge. So I'm going to bring it with me. I might bring it with me. It's huge. I could put it on the roof. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Actually, I feel like I could probably bring it in the back seat. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will catch you guys on the next video. Yeah, so the other idea, and this is just a quick idea, there's a 3D printed, there's a 3D print file to attach a GoPro mount to each gimbal section. So if I get the two gimbals on the bottom and the one gimbal on the top, I'll be able to run multiple cameras just up in the air. Yeah, and it could be like an 8K Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and then I could do a lot of things. So, oh, Joe America showed up. What's up, Joe? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, we had a good stream, man. Missed you, but yeah. So y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace out.